It was yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Ralph, and thank you everybody for showing up. I know that we're close to the holidays and this is a rough meeting, but I will try to make it as short as possible. And so please bear with me and let's try and give it a shot. With that, I want to thank Ralph and the staff for putting the agenda together with the executive board, the executive committee members, and hope that we fulfill everybody's wish bag today. With that, we could start the public hearing. Do we have anybody for public hearing, Ralph?
Mr. Chair, no one submitted anything to the office. I guess you could take if there are any issues from the floor.
Are there any issues from the floor? Any issues that anybody wish to speak about? I guess not. With that, Ralph, can I get the second page then?
You please mute yourself if you're not speaking, and be kind and courteous to the chair or whoever else is speaking. Thank you.
Thank you, Ralph. So with that, we will go to the commander's report for the 41st precinct. Is Captain Macia
Yeah.
on?
Captain Macia.
Yes, Captain Macia.
Hey, Bobby. No, it's Sergeant Guillermo. How you doing, all? Captain Macia sends his regards. How are you?
Good. How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. Captain Macia and Captain Cruz send their regards. You know, I'm sure everybody's been following along in the newspaper, but the NYPD we're just getting crushed with this Omicron variant. So we have nearly 8% of the police department is called out sick. So we're just juggling schedules right now. So all the specialty units, including my NCOs, YCOs, domestic violence, you name it, everybody is covering patrol right now because obviously the most important thing for the NYPD is public safety and answering 911 jobs. So everybody, as for the police commissioner and the chief of patrol's office, everyone is doing either one of the 3 tours, which is a day shift, a 4 to midnight, or a midnight shift. So there's it's all hands on deck right now. But the captain sends his regards. Hello. I heard the event was good yesterday. I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I'm on vacation, so I'm going to be back next week.
Oh, good for you. Enjoy, baby.
So if you guys are ready for the 28-day stats, no change in murders, no change in rapes. We're down in felony assaults. We're up slightly in burglaries, but that's only because of commercial burglaries. I took a couple of burglaries on Food Center Drive, and it's the same thing over and over again. It's these guys breaking into the back of these trucks and stealing stuff out of there. We're up slightly a bit in grand larcenies. I had a few cell phone stores. So basically, it's like a smash and grab. These guys go into the cell phone stores.
Sarge, wait a minute. If anybody is on, please put yourself on mute. So like this, you'll be courteous to the speaker. Those that are on phone, put yourself, if you need to mute yourself, Ralph, it's 06. Am I correct?
06?
No, star 6.
Star 6
to mute yourself and
Hold
star
on.
6 to unmute.
Is it 0? What do you say? 06?
Star 6. Thank you, Reverend Moses, for letting me know that's you, the 347.
Is it 10-6?
Not yet. We'll let you know. Thank you.
Okay, right.
I'm sorry, Sergeant. I'm sorry, Mr. Chair.
No, not a problem. Not a problem. So, like I said, we were up a little bit in grand larcenies. We had a few smash and grabs in the cell phone stores. Captain Macia had instituted a holiday post, which I knock on wood, I would like to say was a success. We didn't have any robbery incidents on Southern Boulevard. I had my units out there. They're actually out there right now holding it down. We are up a little bit in grand larcenies of autos. Once again, I can't reiterate It's people leaving the keys in the ignition. It drives me insane. They leave the car running. Even if you have a key fob, what happens is they can drive away with the car. When they get to the location, I don't know if anybody is familiar with the key fob, the car will not turn off. The car will turn off once they get to the location and they stop the vehicle. Then they can't turn the car back on. But at that point, it's too late. The car is already in a chop shop somewhere, and they're divvying it up for parts at that point. So Captain Macia has hit the ground running since he got to the command. We've instituted a bunch of operations. One of them is partnering up. One of them was.
Or the meeting has not started yet. Re-enter your access code or meeting number followed by
Somebody's
pound.
got the wrong information
Go
out
ahead.
there.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go
No
ahead.
problem. So like I said, Captain Macia has hit the ground running. He's instituted a bunch of operations, and one of them is Rite Aid on Southern Boulevard. Rite Aid on Southern Boulevard was a huge problem to the point where, I mean, I've been in direct contact with the manager there, the assistant manager. I mean, they were literally going to close the store down, and the problem is that the people in the community have nowhere to go to get their medications, even if you need over-the-counter medication, cold medication, whatever. So we partnered up with their loss prevention, and we instituted operations that we've been doing over the past month. We've effected over 15 arrests. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but here's where it comes into play. It's not so much about the arrests. It's about letting everybody know, letting the suspects in the neighborhood know that shoplifting is not going to be tolerated, and we're going to enforce that. Now, it's not all about enforcement. Also, we refer these people to drug programs and shelters as well. But the bottom line is we are affecting arrests in shoplifting. So just them knowing that that we're affecting arrests in shoplifting. Our last operation, we netted a grand total of 3 arrests. So now take that back from the first operation that I did. We literally had almost 9 arrests in one day. So they're getting the message that shoplifting at Rite Aid on Southern Boulevard is not going to be tolerated. So we're very happy with that. The manager, the store manager, and the Northeast directional manager was very happy about that. In addition to that, we did a trademark operation. Counterfeit trademark is fake Gucci bags, fake Versace belts, fake Louis Vuitton bags. There were 2 locations. I can't divulge the locations because there's still ongoing operations. But just to know that we effected arrests of 2 different people, charged them with felony. We're talking about thousands of dollars worth of merchandise. So we did that. We also did a sanitation operation. Captain Massey has got me very busy this month. So I'd like to thank sanitation. Peter Casper was great December 15th. I know there's been a lot of complaints in the community. I receive emails and text messages and pictures on a daily basis. Trust me when I tell you, I'm not ignoring you. We are actively combating the problem. A lot of it are either stolen or derelict vehicles that are abandoned. So that night we went out and did an operation with the NCOs. We literally, it was over 16 summonses, over 30 vehicles were tagged for tow removal. So we're working on it, and it wasn't just commercial. It wasn't just non-commercial vehicles. It was also commercial vehicles. I'm getting a lot of complaints about, believe it or not, tractor trailers and boats. Somebody dumped a boat on Oak Point Avenue, which is just beyond me. So just to let you guys know that we are actively combating that issue. As far as the crime goes, we still have the homicide on Intervale is still being investigated. We had a shooting on Hall Place last month. That was a domestic violence incident. The perpetrator has been ID'd. It was an ex-boyfriend who showed up, ended up shooting the new boyfriend. Thankfully, nobody was killed. And also there was a cell phone robbery store. I know a lot of you had texted me about it. It was on 163rd Street. 2 gentlemen walked in with guns and robbed the smoke shop on 163rd Street. The 2 gentlemen have been ID'd and they're going to be arrested this week. It's all part of a pattern. These guys do this. They go to the smoke shops because smoke shops, a lot of times it's a cash business. So it's like one of those vape smoke shops. Both perpetrators have been ID'd in the case. They had hit multiple other locations in the 43rd Precinct and the 45th Precinct. So, and that's pretty much it from my end. I don't know if anybody has any questions for me.
Well, I just
Yes,
want to ask.
Sergeant.
I just want to ask one question, Sarge, and that is, and I don't know if you can answer it. because I know that you don't go to the Comstack meetings that much, but I know that they're saying that crime has been going up in the city, and from what you're telling us, crime is going high, but it's not going up that high in the 4-1. Am I correct?
Well, I can't. So yeah, I can't speak to other parts of the city. We are
No,
taking a
that's
slight
what I'm
uptick.
saying.
Yeah, we are taking a slight. No, I mean, I read all the Comstat materials and I go over it with the captain. So we are aware of what's going on around us. Listen, at the end of the day, we are the NYPD, but Captain Masia, Captain Cruz, and myself, we're concerned with our quadrant, which is the 4-1 precinct. So I'm happy to
Right.
say, knock on wood, you know, I mean, it's the great men and women of the 4-1 precinct are doing an excellent job of keeping it down. Are the crime rates spiking elsewhere? Yes, they are. I'm not going to say that they're not. I know other commands are getting beat up with robberies and shootings right now. So we have managed to use a crime suppression plan. Captain Masia came in, instituted he basically just built on what Inspector Shublin was doing, and we just kept it going. So thankfully, we're very lucky that, you know, the only uptick we have right now are the robberies and the slight uptick in burglaries.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Bobby,
Thank you.
Bobby,
Yes.
Bobby, por favor, can I ask Sergeant Guglielmo a question, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Jay, how are you?
Hi, love. How are you?
Okay, the neighborhood that you just mentioned, that's where I grew up, 1970, 72. You were mentioning an incident that happened there. Do you know the names of the people? Because the people that I know are still living there.
Well, which incident is that, love?
The one that you said there was a shooting, domestic violence on Hall Place. Hall Place, I meant to say, yes.
Yeah, so we know all the people involved. I can't divulge people's information. I mean, if you want to call me on the side privately, but they were younger people. They're not older people.
Well, they're the children of the people that I grew up with.
Could be. Yeah,
because
it
they're
could
still
be.
there, you know.
Yeah, it could be. But the good news is, like I said, it was a domestic violence incident. So on our end, we're just worried about IDing the perpetrator. Right. Well, not only that, we want to make sure that, you know, listen, we want to curtail violence as much as we can, but we also don't want to see violence that's related to, it's not a gang-related shooting. That's what we worry about. We worry about these knucklehead kids in these gangs that are trying to shoot each other. So this was more of a love triangle, so.
Yeah, that's what usually happens on Hall Place. We never had that much of a crime over there.
No, not a big gang spike in that area, so.
Right. All right, thank you so much.
You got it, love.
Bobby.
Thank you.
Bobby, Julia has a hand raised.
Yes, Julia.
Julia.
Yes,
Julia.
thank you. Good evening. Just a
Hi, Julia.
question, in the nursing home, there's a hydrant right outside the nursing home, and there's a car that parks there at the hydrant. I know we're not enforcing, you know, I know it's traffic, they're not enforcing tickets because they're directing traffic, but this guy has a placard. I think it's probation. I took pictures of it. It doesn't match the plate number. So the placard, he could have picked it up somewhere, or maybe he has a second car. What can I do? He's parked in front of the hydrant, and you know that if there's an emergency, every second counts. You know, we're gonna have casualties if there's.
Just all you have to do is send me a picture of the vehicle, and I'll have my NCOs go out there. And if it is, it doesn't matter if it's a placard; it has to match the vehicle. So if it's an improper placard, I mean, we can tag it and tow it. So do you have my email address?
Nah, just give it to me real quick. I will send it to you right now.
I'll email y'all right now. I'll email both of y'all right now, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Julia, I'll text it to you right now, okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sergeant.
Of course, Julia, of course.
Anybody else?
Yeah, me, Bobby Pasquale.
Yeah, Pasky.
Oh, yesterday was an incident on the Kennedy Fried Chicken on Longwood where two men went in there and robbed the register from the Kennedy Fried Chicken yesterday.
Yeah, so we have video on that, and we're actively investigating. We don't have the names. We haven't ID'd the perpetrators, but we're definitely we're definitely working on getting an ID. The video outside was very good. We have actually NYPD Argus cameras, so we're actively investigating that robbery. But unfortunately, this is the time of year where people are, you know, these are when these robberies come up. It's usually December around the holidays. So.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Now, Sarge, don't they have like the plexiglass or the bulletproof glass there?
Yeah, it's Kennedy Fried Chicken. I don't think that's
Oh,
bulletproof
Kennedy.
glass.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's plastic. And honestly,
Yeah,
they
okay.
tell the employees to give it up because honestly,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you don't know if that is going to stop a bullet or not. So a lot of people
Yeah,
are just
yeah.
going to give it up, and it is what it is. So
All right, okay, thank you.
we're just glad nobody was
Anybody
hurt.
else? Anybody else got any questions to ask the Sarge?
Mr. Chair, I don't see no hands raised.
All right, not seeing any. Sarge, I want to thank you. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish the captain a Merry Christmas, also to Captain Cruz, and to the men and women of the 4-1. Give them our regards, and you know, we have to. I'll have to talk to my executive board to see how we do something for the 4-1 because you guys have been really super for us this year. Thank you.
Well, we appreciate it, Captain Masia, Captain Cruz, send their regards. Happy holidays to everybody, and thank you guys. I mean, the community board too is, in my opinion, one of the best boards. I've worked all over the city, and you guys are very attentive, and you're very supportive of the NYPD and the 41st precinct. We really do appreciate that. So, happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays, Sarge.
To you, Guglielmo.
All right.
Thank you, Sarge. Ralph, do we have quorum now?
Bobby, for my last count, it was 24, so we needed 23. So we have to
Quorum.
still do roll call. Yeah, but we got it. We got to do roll call, and I don't
Okay.
see.
At 25 now, Ralph.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hey, Ralph, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm underground, but I just wanted to make sure you count me for a roll call.
All right, V, I got
Okay.
you right now. We can do it right now. Okay.
All right, so
All
do
right,
the roll
thanks.
call.
Yeah, I don't see Yvonne. So do you want me to just go through with this?
Yes, please.
All right. When you hear your name, please acknowledge yourself. Be mindful that your mic is on. So, Gary Agapito.
Present.
Hi, Carrie. Thank you. Telvis Austin.
Present.
Thank you, Telvis. Evelyn Arauz.
Present.
Thank you, Evelyn. Raymond Arroyo.
Present.
Thank you, Ray. Love Betancourt.
Present.
Thank you, Love. Miles Burnett. I don't see Miles on. Miles. Okay. Paula.
Present.
Thank you, Paula. Paul Coverdale. I do see Paul here.
He's on.
Yeah. Paul, you're on mute. Okay, moving on. Bobby Crespo.
Present.
Okay, so that's Altagracia Cruz. Julia Cruz.
Here.
Sandra De Jesus.
Present.
Paul Coverdale is here. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Sandra. I'm sorry. Kevin Ellison. Sonia Ferguson. Sonia Pasquale. I see Pasquale is here, right?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay. Thank you, Pasquale. Shatoria is not on. Alexander Guadalupe.
Present.
Guadalupe, the first one's on. Thank you, Alex. Yvonne Guillen. I don't see Yvonne. Jesse Harris. I don't see Jesse. Jennifer Kelman sent an email. She's under the weather. Jeffrey Korn.
Here.
Thank you, Jeff. LaShawn Lindsay.
Here.
Thank you, LaShawn. Thalia. I see Thalia was here also.
Present.
Thank you, Thalia. Barbara Lopez. I did not see Barbara. Roland Lopez. I did not see Roland. Nicholas Mario. I did not see Nick. Luis Marrero is here.
Here.
Thank you, Luis. Jonathan, are you here? Jonathan Martier?
He was here.
He was? Oh, yes. Thank you, Jonathan. Cedric McClester. I did not see Cedric. Monique Menace. I don't see Monique. Moving on. Clifford Muniz.
Present.
Reverend Moses. Reverend Moses is on mute, and I don't know if I can, I just requested to unmute him. But Reverend Moses is here. Lynette Olmo.
Here.
Hi, Lynette. Thank you.
Hi.
Maggie Ortiz.
I'm here.
Hi, Maggie. Thank you.
Hello.
Larry.
I'm here.
All right, Larry. Thank you. Anthony Rodriguez. Anthony emailed me earlier. He's going to try his best to be on. Charlie Samboy. I don't see Charlie. Anthony's not here. Richard Sherman.
Present.
Tamara South. Thank you, Richard. Tamara South. Viancy Tavares. So Viancy went on first. He's just in the train. He's here, though. Maria Torres told us she was not going to be here today.
Right.
Mary Lee Roten is here. She just, during the roll call, put in the chat that she's here. And Pastor John Udowoken, I did not see Reverend John. Nonetheless, Mr. Chair, that brings us to 25 board members. Quorum is established.
Thank you very much, Ralph. I want to thank everybody for making the effort of being here today. And with that, I will go to, let me see if I can see this here. Adoption of minutes. As everybody knows, we are recording this, and anybody that wishes to find out how to get onto the recording and see what was said, we will put it on the chat, and it'll be on there, so like that you can find out how to get on. If by any chance, when we do decide to, not us, but the governor decides to open it up to in-person meetings, we will have the minutes in place, and we will then rectify whatever needs to be rectified. In the meantime, anybody, I will take a motion from anybody to
I
accept
motion to accept the minutes, Bobby.
Thank you, Paula. Is there a second?
I second.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sandra. With that, I will go the opposite way, and I will ask anybody is against the motion. Is there anybody against the motion?
No.
Anybody abstaining from the motion? Anybody abstaining from the motion?
No.
I will then take it as an approval from the entire board on the minutes. As for my going on, the chairman's report, I have very little to report on. I will let the committees do their reports, and all I can say is that I wish everybody a Merry Christmas. This is I think a hard way to meet, but we've done it another year, and I think that we should be proud of ourselves. We have had quorum in every one of our meetings, and that says a lot. And so I will leave it at that today, and thank you for being board members and taking time out from your schedule to be on. Thank you. Next is the district manager's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll be as quick as possible also. I just want to also make a point of reference that for the meetings, they're on our YouTube channel, and we also can provide the transcripts. So if anyone really want to go in to look at what occurred, the actions, they can do that. I just want to note that I think it was December 3rd, we had our Baranda tree lighting with Casita Maria Urban Health Plan and with SEPCO. We also had participants from St. Vincent de Paul, come through. So it was a great community effort at Tiffany Plaza. And just yesterday, the Precinct Council had their toy drive. They had over 1,000 toys. Our board member, Maria Arroyo, is the president of the Precinct Council. We have a lot of board members that are on the Precinct Council. We had a lot of board members that participated yesterday. So that was a good turnout, even in the cold. Just shows the synergy between the council, the precinct, and the community board, which is a great thing. And my last thing that I really want to talk about, the office is still closed because the building is closed. Um, this pandemic that we're in is not dying out anytime soon. And I just want to put a date on people's radar, which will be Wednesday, January 26th. Wednesday, January 26th. That is when we're supposed to have our full board meeting in January. As of right now, the open meeting law um, will be the suspension of it. Well, it expires on the 15th of January. So if the governor does not extend that, we should be expecting to meet in person for the full board meeting, next month's full board meeting. I really don't know what's happening now with that. I think the way it's going with the number of cases rising of positive cases for COVID, and everything is being shut down, right? And you get Broadway shut down, you're getting some stores shut down. I see the suspension of the open meeting laws being extended. So I just want to just keep that on people's minds. Just pay attention to that. Just be prepared if that comes about. I want to wish everybody happy holidays. And this season, a lot of people are getting sick, whether it's COVID, a cold, the flu. There's everything is all this a bunch of ailments going on. So please take care of yourself and take care of one another. And if anybody needs any like referrals for anything, please reach out to the office. I'll be more than happy to assist. Mr. Chair, that will conclude my report.
Thank you. Anybody has any questions to the district manager?
Yeah, me.
Yeah, Cliff.
Yeah, I just want to thank Rafael Acevedo regarding his assistance with an issue that we had at Villa Maria Homeowner Association regarding a dangerous tree condition. And just want to again say a thank you that it was taken care of today. He notified me today, and my other board members who also went out to check it out, and he was happy with everything that was done because he's been dealing with this for I think over a year regarding a tree condition on the corner of Fox Street and Avenue St. John. So again, I just want to thank you officially from the Villa Maria Homeowners Association.
No problem, Cliff. I was happy that I was able to help out in this. That was going on over a year. You just notified me about this last week. So I'm happy that I was able to get some action done there fast. No problem. Thank you.
Yes, Ralph, I want to thank you also. Thank you very much.
No problem, love. No problem. Thank you, guys.
Thank you both, Love and Cliff, and Ralph. Thank you for handling that for them.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Bobby.
Anybody else got any questions for the district manager? Not hearing none. We will now go to the borough president's report.
Mr. Chair, I don't see Alexis. I don't see no one from the borough president's office here.
Okay. All right. Anybody from elected? Is there any elected officials on? First of all.
Mr. Chair, I don't see no elected officials on, but we do have some reps. I got the attendance sheet up. Maybe we can just go down the list.
Okay. From State Senator Luis Sepulveda's office.
First is the mayor's rep.
Mayor's rep. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Mayor's rep. Is there anybody on from the mayor's office? All right, I will go to the state senator's office now. State Senator Luis Sepulveda's office. Anybody from State Senator Sepulveda's office? Anybody from Biaggi's office, Senator Biaggi's office? Anybody from Assembly Member Septimo's office? Anybody from Councilman Salamanca's office? Wow. Anybody from Councilmember Ayala's office?
Stephanie's here from there. Stephanie, good evening. You have anything that you want to report? Jose is on too, I think, right, Jose? I could have sworn I thought I saw Jose Rodriguez. That's fine. They're not nothing to report. Let's move on.
Okay. I'm sorry. Where did I leave off? At Ayala's office. Okay. Anybody from city planning? Anybody from Assembly Member Kenny Bulgo's office? Anybody from Assembly Member Jackson's office?
Where's everybody?
I guess they're taking off.
Christmas shopping.
They all have a holiday
Oh,
party.
that's right. They closed down, I think, for the holidays. Yes, I heard that.
Anybody from Congressman Richie Torres's office? Anybody from the Controller's office? Anybody from Department of Health? Anybody from the Public Advocate's office? Anybody from Sanitation? Fire Department? Bronx District Attorney's Office?
Yes.
Good evening, everyone.
Hey, we got somebody.
Yeah.
I was gonna jump in, but I was like, let him go down the line.
How you doing, Christine?
I'm good, and you, Bobby? Hi,
I'm hanging in.
everyone. Christina here from the DA's office. I just want to wish everyone a happy holidays, and thank you for a great year. Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. Thank you because I was beginning to feel lonely. I thought nobody was on.
I got you.
But thank you for responding, and thank you for taking the time out for being with us today. Thank you very much. And we want to wish you and the district attorney a Merry Christmas and definitely a happy and healthy New Year, and that 22 be much better than 21 right now.
Yes, we all hope so. Thank you so much.
Okay. Where am I at now? Anybody from Department of Aging? Anybody from the Attorney General's office? Not hearing any. That segment is concluded. That's the fastest we ever been through that section. Okay, for the Franchise and License and Permit Committee. Is there anybody going to be present to do this report? I guess I got to do it because I handled it, right, Ralph? Ralph?
Mr. Chair, so I don't see Reverend John on, but if I'm not mistaken, you ran that meeting for him because he's still recovering from his he's still recovering. So
all right. So
yeah.
On item number 1, and since we have voting items, I'm going to read each one of them out, and we will take a vote on each one. There is a request for a new application at the Chipotle Mexican Grill of Colorado, LLC, which is at 1030 Southern Boulevard, Bronx, New York, 10459. This is a wine, beer, and cider license, and they will have food and food being cooked on premises, and they will have record music, and there's no outdoor permits on this particular location. The committee met, and if I'm not mistaken, it was approved by the committee unanimously. And so that being the case, All I need is a second on this.
Second, Cliff Muniz.
Thank you, Cliff. And anybody wish to open it up for discussion? Anybody wish to open it up for discussion? Not hearing none, I will take a vote now. And we will do it the same way as we did with the minutes. Is there anyone opposing to this license? Is there anyone opposing to this license? Is there anyone abstaining from this license? Is there anyone abstaining from the license? Not hearing none, I will take it as everyone voting yes on this particular license. Okay? Second, hold on a second. I got to put on my glasses. A review of a renewal application of Casa Zola, trade name Noche de Palenques, located at 561 Southern Boulevard, Bronx, New York, 10459. They are applying for a full license, and they will have a jukebox and disc jockey, and there is no outdoor permit for this location. License number 1305824. I wish to let everybody know that the committee 2 times already have voted no on this license. However, it's my understanding that the State Liquor Authority is going to be approving this particular license, regardless to the community board's objection. I don't know what to say other than Ralph and I have we've had a discussion, and we're hoping to, in January, have a meeting with our state elected officials and create a meeting with the State Liquor Authority, and discuss this, because it's not fair to the community board that has a committee that is taking time. People are taking time out of their schedule to attend these meetings. And if they're not approving these applications, that should be somewhat acceptable, and nobody should be going against what the community wants, because these people do not live in community board too. Anybody got anything? Well, this was voted unanimously to oppose. Is there a second?
I second.
Thank you, Sandra. With that, is there anybody that wish to make comments on this application?
I will.
All right.
I just think that what you said is correct. It's just all the time and effort we put into this fabulous community and the committee, that the liquor license is just, what's the sense of us having a committee if they're just going to go bypass and do what they want to anyway? That's not fair to us. Not fair to the volunteer work that we do and take seriously in our district. And it's like a slap in the face.
You're right, Paula. And Ralph and I had a discussion on this a little while ago, or before the meeting started, and we also agree that this is just another way of the state going bypassing us. Now they're saying that they're going to only give us 30 days, exactly 30 days, to respond to these liquor licenses. And even if we disapprove them for whatever reason, they're still going to approve them. So I think that we need to speak to our elected officials and make sure that they understand where we're standing at in this on this item, and that they need to assist us on this. Anybody else wants to speak?
I do, Bobby.
Go ahead, Larry.
Bobby, I like to ask Chris. I understand our elected officials going to get involved eventually, but why can't the community board send a letter directly to our governor of the state of New York and ask her to look into these outdated laws they got to prevent us from doing what we should do for our community and protect our community? I don't know if that's feasible. I'm just asking.
No, it's feasible. It's feasible. I usually like to do it locally, and then if we have to go to the next extreme, but it's feasible. We could do that. There's no problems with that.
Okay.
I mean, I mean, it's something that eventually we're going to end up having to do, especially since they're operating from laws that were approved in 1930, which is just ludicrous at this time.
Yeah, the Roaring Twenties is over and Al Capone is not around no more. Those laws should be changed and brought up to date so we could have a better say in our community, what is our community is about and what it's going to be now and in the future. So I think we should definitely do a letter if you guys agree to it.
You're correct on it. You're correct on it. But right now we're just voting on still disapproving, regardless to what, we have to go on record to disapprove this particular license.
Bobby, I have a question. Why do you
Hold
think
on.
we're
Lewis
gonna
has his
vote?
hand up. Lewis and then Maggie.
Yes, I just have a question. How do you know that they gonna vote in favor? Well, I mean, why are they doing that?
Already renewed. It was already renewed, Lewis.
It was already renewed. Ralph looked into it and he found he saw it on the in the computer that it
on
was
their
already
website.
approved.
I made them aware that this item was tabled and it was still renewed. So
I see.
It's like there was really nothing we could have done. So which leads us to item number 3. But Maggie has her hand raised also, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Maggie.
Yes, I could imagine how many more establishments in our area are doing the same thing. But all I keep hearing is that we're just an advisory board. So that's why they're going around us, because if we're just an advisory board, they could just go around us and do whatever they want. We just giving them advice, right?
Well, they are sticking to what the state liquor authority has read on the city charter, which states that we are an advisory board. However, does not conclude to the fact of that we should not be involved in the process. As you know that there's been certain projects that have come up, and I've been a staunch opposition to it, that the community board is not involved.
Yeah, but look at what happened to the wedge. We spent all those hours going back and forth, and they still got a license. So
that again, we are. I can only say that is under investigation, and they are being they're keeping in a strong eye on the wedge.
it's disappointing and it's very time consuming that us
know.
board members are getting on, giving all this advice, giving all this, and then boom, it happens. They get a license. So it's really upsetting and disappointing because we live in this community, and it's like, why even be on giving advice if they just gonna do whatever they want?
I agree with you, Maggie. I agree 100%.
Maggie, no, I don't think you're not going to find anybody to disagree with you. Even including myself. I'm really pissed off. To be blunt, but
that's the word. That's the word, Bobby. Say it.
But I can't say no further until we get more information as to this new guideline that they're putting us under, which is we only have 30 days to respond. You're right, it's time consuming, but you know what? If we don't, then down the road, it's going to be a lot harder because we then will not have any voice because we won't be on we would not have taken any position on any liquor licenses in this
I don't feel
community.
that we got a voice now, so I don't
But
feel
if
that
we,
we got
if
a
we,
voice.
you still have a voice. You still have a voice in the sense of letting them know how you feel. All right. And we have to continue the efforts that we have that are in place to make sure that we are letting people know exactly what's going on. Because if we don't, then down the road they will say, well, you guys didn't say anything. You guys didn't mention anything. Because that's what I really think is going to happen down the road on this. Oh, you guys didn't say anything when the license came up, so we're not, there's no sense in discussing this with you guys. And so it becomes a lot harder for us to object down the road.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So that's where number 3 comes in?
And that's where number 3 comes in, where a motion
Hold
to
on,
contact.
Cynthia. Cynthia has a hand raised. I don't know if it's regarding 2.
Yeah,
Okay,
it is
so
actually regarding 2. So it's like, don't feel bad and don't say that we don't have a voice. We are the first voice, and that's what you need to understand. So we are the ones that have to be loud enough to go to other people to make sure that they understand this. So even though we're an advisory board, we have to be the loudest one.
Right.
And we
You're
can
correct.
do that.
You're correct, Cynthia. And
Thank you.
And Cynthia and Cynthia lives in the district, and she knows what's going on. And so but let me just say that there are several bars that are under strict investigation that the police department cannot inform us on. Excuse me, cannot tell us anything about. And so I gotta let you all know that there is, where we are involved. If Sergeant Guglielmo was on the air, he can vouch for me, or if Sokola's on the air, she can also vouch that there is investigations going on these 2 particular places.
Yeah, so Bobby, I'm Sergeant Guillermo. I'm still here. So just to piggyback what the chairman is saying, we do have open investigations, and it's not just on these 2 places. And let me tell you something. Just because somebody gets a liquor license from the state liquor authority, that does not mean that it's over. I mean, I will be the first one to tell you. You guys all know me. Most of you know me. I'm on the street. I'm not just behind the desk. I'm not just pushing papers all day long. I'm on the street, and like Ralph can tell you, I work late. I work late at night because that's when the crime happens. So with the Diamond Club, which formerly was the Wedge, trust me when I tell you, they got their liquor license, but there is not a weekend that goes by that I'm not driving by there, that my cops are not driving by there. Same thing with Tequila Mezcal. I had an issue with them. So, like Cynthia says, you do have a voice. Whether or not you guys are the last arbiters of approving a license or not approving a license has nothing to do with that. The fact that you're bringing up issues with these nightclubs and these restaurants and these bars, you're bringing them to our attention. Now they're on the radar. I confer with the chairman, with Bobby Crespo all the time, with Ralph Acevedo, with all the elected officials. They're constantly calling, emailing, and texting us about issues that we have. So once they get on my radar, once they are on the NYPD radar, Captain Masia and myself, Captain Cruz, we are doing our due diligence. So it's multiple places that are under investigation. It's not even just the 2. I can tell you right now, I have 6 different locations, 2 of which we're doing a nuisance abatement. Nuisance abatement is a process that we go through with the city to shut someplace down that we've had multiple crimes, noise complaints, and community complaints. So all of this stuff that you guys are doing is not a waste of time. It definitely puts these spots on our radar, and there is definitely something that we can do to make our neighborhood safer and to combat these issues. So I don't want you guys to think that it's, that once they get their liquor license, that's it, they're golden. They're not. They're absolutely 100% not.
Thank you, Sarge. Thanks a million.
Thank you, Sergeant Guglielmo.
Thank you,
Yes,
Thank you for
hand
Sergeant.
raised.
clarifying that, Guglielmo.
Yeah, Julia has a hand raised.
Yes, Julia. Julia.
Hi, I just wanted I just wanted to reiterate. The By the way, Bobby, that dog is licking your head for the past half hour.
I know,
Okay.
I know, but there's nothing I can do about it.
I just want to reiterate what Maggie was saying. We can't give up, Maggie. The stronger they try to act, the more they try to sneak around us, the more they try to do all these things underhanded. We got to get stronger. We got to be louder. We got to just get together and let them know that they're not going to get away with it. Because if we let one get away with it, the second one will get away with it. And thank God that we have the sergeant that's always looking out for these places. And he gives us the true report. He doesn't sugarcoat it. He doesn't do anything. I've known him to always say what's going on. So we can't give up. We just have to continue fighting them because we do have a voice. And if they forget we have a voice, we just got to get stronger and tell them we are going to continue fighting. So I just wanted to reiterate what Cynthia said and what the sergeant said. We just got to get stronger. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you very much.
All right, so now we all moving on to number 3 now.
And now it comes up to item number 3, which is the a motion to contact our local elected officials regarding the New York State Liquor Authority procedures. This is where we are talking about what we're talking about now, and hoping that they can help us understand their policies and they can understand our community. This was approved by the committee, and so all I need is a second on this.
I definitely second that one.
Thank you, Sandra. And so it being second, anybody wish to discuss it any further?
No.
Not hearing any. We'll do it the same way as before. Anybody against this particular motion? Anybody objecting to the motion? Not hearing none, I will take it that the board has approved this motion. And so I will ask Ralph to please set up a letter. I will be by to sign it if I need to sign it.
I'll do it in an email, Mr. Chair, and I'll CC the executive officers. I'll email them because it's easier for me to document it that way.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. With that, that concludes the franchise license permit committee. Next is Echo.
Mr.
The
Chair,
Echo.
Madam Chairwoman Torres, I'm sorry, is not present. But part of her committee met. It has to deal with what's on the executive agenda, so we can bypass that. She did provide
Okay.
her minutes. We can always her minutes to her committee, and her committee. All committees are up on our YouTube page. So if anyone is interested to what actually occurred, they can go back and see the video of that meeting.
Okay, thank you. So bypassing the Echo, then education and youth committee, education and youth.
Yeah, Larry's meeting. Larry.
Yes, good evening, everybody. We did have a meeting. We had a guest speaker was Mr. Peter Serrano from the South Bronx Concerned Citizen. He basically was talking about a domestic violence program that he is running at his establishment and tutoring people towards that, both sides, the males and females involved in domestic violence. And that's basically it. And you want to reach out. I don't have Peter information right now with me, but if anybody needed, I can give it to you, or you can ask Ralph from Community Board 2 to give that to you. Thank you.
And what was it that Peter was asking for? A letter of support for what?
I don't think he was asking for none. He just want to make people aware that he's doing this program, domestic violence.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's see now. Special events.
V.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'll make this very brief. Like Ralph mentioned earlier in the meeting, we did partner up with Casita Maria for their parranda. We also gave out some toys, some goodies for the kids. So it was really nice to see everyone in the community come out and celebrate the holidays. Real quick, I just want to thank any of the board members, any organizations, any elected officials that helped me out this year. In any of the events that we had. I really do appreciate it. And I know things are a little crazy right now with COVID, but I'm hoping that things can get better next year. We can get back to doing all these wonderful events for the community. With that being said, I want to wish everyone a happy holidays, happy new year, and I look forward to seeing everyone next year.
Thank you, V. The Health Committee, Health and Human Services, Louis.
Yes, hi everyone. Today, during this month, we have a guest from the New York City Department of Aging. She was doing a presentation about a possible employer for people 55 years and over who live in the Bronx. There's certain criteria that needs to be followed, like for instance, fall into the 125% under the federal poverty level, being unemployed, and I have 55 years old. If you need more information, you can call to the 212-602-6958, 212-602-6958, or you can call to 311 and 311 and ask for the Senior Employment Services. Also, and I just want to take this opportunity to encourage people, if you haven't gotten your booster for COVID-19, please do so. In our community, Urban Health Plan is doing vaccination from Monday through Saturday from 9 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, to 4 o'clock, to 5 o'clock, basically, all day. And I can let you know, I have seen the numbers going up in terms of people getting their booster. So the people are really responding. And right now, so far, the only way that we can protect ourselves is vaccinating ourselves. So if you haven't done so, please do so. If you have a family member, neighbor, or somebody, please encourage them to get vaccinated. Thank you very much, and have a happy holidays and Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Louis.
We have two hands up. Sandra was first, then Ray Arroyo.
Okay, Sandra.
Yes, Louis, for the vaccines over there in Urban Health, they told me they were going to do it for 5 years older and up. They haven't got them yet?
Yes, we do it for 5 years and up. Remember that the only vaccine that is approved for 5 years and up to 11 is Pfizer. So yes,
I know.
Yes,
because I've been calling because they told me they were going to have it, and I've been calling and they give me the runaround and they said they don't know. They said, wait a minute, I'm going to connect you to somebody else because I went and got my booster already.
Call me. I'll let you know right away.
Oh,
and I help you.
All right, thank you, Louis.
And Sandra, or anybody, let me just say that Louis gets on top of it very quickly. I've been a recipient of his good favors. So thank you very much, Louis.
You're welcome.
Ray, I'm sorry.
No worries. I just wanted to add that New York City is offering $100 cash incentive if you go to any city-run booster. If you get the booster between now and December 31st, there's a $100 bill waiting for you. So not that you should have an incentive, but it's something. If you're going to get the shot, that might be a incentive to go get paid to get the shot.
And just adding to what Ray said, we are not a city agency, so we don't give the $100. If that's your focus and you want to get the $100, I encourage you to go and get vaccinated. But I can tell you that we're giving you health and life without the money.
Yes, you are, Louis. You save a lot of people.
Okay.
Louis, can you leave your number in the chat, please?
Yes.
Be mindful also that some of the city MDs are closed because they're overwhelmed. So before you head out there, make sure you call them and make sure they're open.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I actually just got my booster and it was very difficult for me to set up an appointment, but I did get it at Lincoln Hospital this morning. If anyone is looking to get a booster, I got it. I made an appointment online. It was pretty quick and yeah.
You should have called me.
So, there's no reason out there, there's no excuse out there that could be used for nobody to get vaccinated or get the booster shot. So let's all try to work with each other, whether there's $100 or no $100. The fact of us being the only way we're going to have a better 2022 is by getting vaccinated and making sure that everybody is healthy by then. So again, Louis, I want to thank you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Louis. B, did you get your $100?
No, I didn't.
I did, but I didn't go for the 100. I actually didn't even know they were giving $100. So that was a little surprise for me.
Yeah, and also I just want to let you know, we don't know when, but we were informed that we will be getting those house kits, those test kits, home kits. I don't know how you call it, to be given out in the community. So it will be first come, first serve. We don't know when this is gonna start, but we will, as supplies, because we're not gonna have that many supplies in the beginning. We're gonna be giving one per person. So that may be happening, maybe probably next week. Although I know. Wait, hold on. That my dog is getting crazy. Although I know everybody's going to be getting this home test at home, but Urban will be eventually be giving them out. I don't know when we're going to start because we haven't gotten them yet.
Chair, I know that we're in business section, but you have someone from the public with their hand raised. Jeremy Core. I don't know what you want to do.
We'll take this one question, understanding that this is only for the committee and the board members. So, but I will take this one question this one time.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jermaine Core. I'm the Bronxboro coordinator for New York City Test and Trace. So you guys were just talking about a location on where to get your booster and possibly the $100 if you were interested. I just posted the link in the chat. You click on that link, it'll show you a list of hospitals, New York City Health and Hospitals in all 5 boroughs where you can go to get your booster or get your first dose and get $100 as well. That's all I wanted to say for now.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. With
Jermaine,
that,
right? Jermaine. I'm sorry, Jermaine. Jermaine Core. Thank you, Jermaine.
With that, I want to thank Louis again for his presentation, and everybody needs to think about whether they got the shot or not, whether they want to do it for money or not. Regardless of whatever it is, let's get it done. The next one is the executive committee, which is myself. I chaired it. There was a meeting at the executive committee meeting with New York City Economic Development Corporation, and they're seeking a letter of no objection regarding a solar installation on the roof of Crasdale Foods. EDC is also seeking a letter of support to apply for a FEMA brick grant. So let's see, we got maybe 10 minutes. So is there anybody from EDC on?
Well, the presentation was already made at executive. There was some follow-ups regarding the solar installation.
Right.
And Fernando Ortiz, who's from EDC, who's on also, he did give us the information yesterday that we were asking, and I forward that along to the executive committee. Just letting you know that the questions that we raised, he did answer them.
All right. So then,
about how many families will benefit from it, which is 300.
Okay.
Solar panel itself they're actually starting to do it. A timeline that he has given us starts, I think, just early next year. And now the main question was about the 300 families. Since it is a community solar from NYSERDA, are they going to be from the district? Because we feel that we're impacted by Crasdale the most. They're benefiting from this solar project. At that time, we wanted to know if those families are going to be from the district, and that is the question that they're still working on right now. And I don't want to answer for them. I know Fernando was here, and he did give us the information on an email.
So Ralph, so that was on the Crasdale project, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
That was the other one. We really didn't have. There wasn't really much.
Okay.
Question.
So on the
about a
FEMA
discount.
break.
The
Go ahead,
discount
Ralph.
would be 10%, right? 300 families, 10% off their Con Ed bill. We want to prioritize CB2. And he's saying that Crasdale is committing to ensuring that CB2 residents are prioritized, and commits working with CB2 to ensure residents are signing up and subscribing by engaging with residents. So we haven't got to that part yet. When they start doing that, those were the questions. They did give us the answers.
Okay, and so then they gave us the information on the first part, which is the Crasdale food. However, I did ask that if somebody from Crasdale could be on today.
Yeah. Hey, hi. It's Howie Jacobs from Crasdale. How you doing? I've been listening to the whole meeting, and really getting a feel for, the passion that all the members have for the different projects and the people who come before them to speak. And I just wanted to say, my apologies for not being on the call on Monday. I wasn't aware of how important it was for somebody from Crasdale to be present. So my apologies definitely for that. All I can say is I think if everybody knows Crasdale at this point, you're aware, we've been operating out of the Bronx since 1908. We've been in Hunts Point since 1970. And the reason, we wanted to do this project is so we can remain in the Bronx and go green and help the environment and help the residents of the Bronx for as long as we can. I mean, we bleed the Bronx, and I think the Bronx bleeds Crasdale. Our customers, Seatown and Bravo, are committed to serving their communities, and we're committed to helping them accomplish that. It was brought to my attention about the ribbon cutting, which took place for the beginning of the project, and I offer my sincere apologies for not including the community board on the invite list to that. I sort of live by the mantra. Let's not look at what happened in the past. Let's look at how we can make things good going forward. And what I do want to say is, once this project is ready to be turned on next summer, we're planning on having a bigger event, and the board members will certainly. The community board members will certainly be invited to be a part of it. The last event we had was on the small side. Much to our disappointment, there was actually no press there. And the person who was responsible for coordinating that from the PR firm we were using is no longer there. Not directly related to our event, but all I could say is the next event that we did, which was handing out food to community members in the Bronx with Fat Joe, had a lot more press coverage, and our intent is to have a much bigger event next summer, also when the weather's nicer and we're ready to kick this off, and it would be our pleasure for the various members of the community board to be there. So I appreciate you letting me just speak for a couple of minutes tonight, and like I said, I really have an enhanced appreciation for what the board members do and the issues that are brought to their attention. And, hopefully this project could be positive for everybody moving forward.
Well, I thank you for, and your name again was Charlie what?
It's Howie Jacobs. I'm on the
Mr.
management
Jacobs.
team here at Crasdale.
Okay. I want to thank you for taking the time out and unfortunately we left you to the almost to the end, but it wasn't intentionally, but that's the way it worked out. But I do want to say that I accept your apology for the ribbon cutting situation, and there's more issues that we need to talk about, and I will be asking EDC to have, if possible, have you or other people involved in the discussion that we need to talk about, because it's not just the fact of the whatever we can get now. It's the fact of what can we get and keep getting in the future, and that means work, jobs, and other issues that need to be brought up. Crasdale has always been part of this community. I don't think that nobody would have voted it down, but I think that we needed to have this discussion, and more importantly, have a further discussion in the very near future. So,
Okay.
You got Larry with his hand raised also.
Larry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, Bobby, with EDC in Crasdale, they putting solar paneling. They're supposed to give discounts to 300 residents. But I hear it's borough-wide. I'm trying to figure out why is all the other boroughs getting involved and we live in this community? Shouldn't the 300 slots go to the people in our community, 10455, the 10459, and the 10474? Why are we distributing this to other communities and they not have no say so? This is our community. We should get those benefits. No other community in the Bronx should get it. We shouldn't be supporting Riverdale and all these other places. I'm
Larry,
sorry. I just don't get it.
No, Larry, you're right in what you're saying, and that was brought up at the meeting. It's up to us to make sure that we meet that goal and that number, and getting people to apply to get that number. You're right that why should it be borough-wide when there's more than 300 families that can really get to the fact of that we're getting this money, and we can make sure that their Con Ed is taken care of to some degree. So you're perfectly right in what you're saying, and we're going to make sure that we have a further, if you just heard me, a further discussion and further meetings to discuss other issues as well as this particular issue.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is Kevin Purdy from Powerflex. If you don't mind me speaking for 1 minute, the community solar program is sponsored by Con Ed, and it is paid for all participants or bill payers in Con Ed. So we have no problem, identifying as a priority the community board location. And we would like your help actually to find the subscribers. I'm sure there's more than 300 families, but we can't guarantee that if we don't get 300 families in your territory that we won't go outside, because it is what funds the project, and we don't want empty kilowatt hours going to waste. That being said, I think 300 is a small number, and you'll be able to work with us and get that number. And we could develop flyers, we could develop websites, and we could do whatever we want to access the community.
Yeah, to add to what Kevin said, it's not something, it's Howie again from Crasdale, it's not something we really even up to this point had sat down and focused on, because it's 6-7 months from the project being ready to go and being a reality. we're first having the roof redone on the building because it's an older building before solar panels can even be put down. So as Kevin indicated, and and it was discussed, we can certainly revisit the topic and do everything we can to, to market to the residents of, that the community board represents. Absolutely.
All right. And so what I'm going to do is I will be
Yeah, you got
talking.
Paula with a hand raised here.
Okay. All right. But let me just finish saying that I will get back to you guys and I will talk to you guys, or our district manager will talk to you guys, because we'll put a committee together that will work with you in order to get those 300 people out of community board 2. With that, Paula.
Good evening. I'm Paula Fields Conyers. I'm the treasurer of Community Board 2 and also the chair of Housing and Land Use. And for Mr. Howie Jacobs,
Hey, Paula, how are
hi.
you?
I just want to let you know that I feel yesterday I felt a certain kind of way that the partnership between the community board, which is a direct correlation with the community, and Crazdale as a business partner in our district, should be recognized as something as a strength. You understand? So that we need to collaborate with each other because it's our district, it's your business, and together we can do dynamite things. I felt that connection wasn't there yesterday during the presentation. I also want to address Mr. Fernando. Mr. Fernando, I want to thank you for really turning my thinking process around, because yesterday I was totally against it because of the situations that we brought up, the questions with the our district getting the grant for the solar panel. And now today I feel differently since those questions that we had were addressed and answered. And I think someone from Con Edison needs to be at the tables to make sure that we are definitely assured that the business component, the community component, and the solar component could be reached in our district. Thank you and happy holidays.
Thank you, Paula. Happy holidays to you.
Thank you,
Paula, and
Paula.
I want to thank you, Paula, for your words. It's really important that that everybody understands what we're trying to do. This is not just a one, how can I say it? This is not just for one time. This is a lifetime, and I think that, and having Crasdale come to us and at the table means a lot. Means that we are getting through to people and making them understand. We don't ask for a lot, but we do ask, and we do ask for not for ourselves, but we ask for the community. So understand that we are going to continue working on this. And Paula, I want you to know that I'm going to put a committee together. And I don't know just yet who. I gotta go through the whole list to see who would be saying yes. But either way, I will check, and then I will get back to everybody and let everybody know who's going to be on that committee and who's going to be working with the individuals from Crasdale as well as with EDC on the 300 residents from Community Board 2.
Thank
All
you.
right? All right.
Bobby, can I say something?
Yes, Louis.
Hi, for Mr. Harry Jacob. How are you? I'm
Hey, how you doing?
I'm Luis Marrero. I'm the chair of the health committee, but I'm also work at Urban Health Plan. And there was an article in the National Geographic, and I'm gonna tell you right now the name, the number, and this is following what Paula Phil was saying. The article says, "Why are people malnourished in the richest country on earth?" And in Hunts Point, specifically in the community that we serve, many of these residents, they don't know where to find the next food to put on the table. And right now, according with this report, the South Bronx has the highest rate of food insecurity in the country. So I believe you've been in our community for so long. We definitely need to, like Bobby was saying, we need to sit together and talk and see how you can help us to help our community and to bring food to the tables of our residents.
No,
And
that
and
sounds
with
good.
that, and with that, it was voted by the executive committee. And Claribel, you got your hand up. Claribel,
Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing?
good. How you doing?
Yes, so I'm listening to the meeting and I'm listening to Clarksdale, Mr. Howie Jacob. I have in the past, before COVID happened, worked very closely with Clarksdale and their in the Hunts Point Market, where they have helped me feed dozens of family of victim of domestic violence. That we do an annual Thanksgiving luncheon with the family. We just don't give them food and turkey. We try to give them a beautiful luncheon. And Crasdale has always been very kind in supporting that event and donating food and canned good and things like that. So I want to thank Mr. Jacob. You do have a great team that I reach out to annually, and they help make this event possible. So I want to make sure that you are aware of that with the partnership that Presto has with the 41st precinct.
So I am aware, and I
Thank you.
really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank
That-
you.
that-
Thanks,
that-
Nicola.
Thank you, Claribel, because you know it was going through people's heads that Crasdale was not being a friendly business individual,
Partner.
right, partner, in community board too, and but it's good to hear that they are, and it's good to hear that they are putting food on the table for a lot of people, and so hopefully we can continue that same the same project that you have put up, and hopefully it'll go through. So with that, I want to say it was approved as long as everything was presented to the district manager. It's my understanding from the district manager that it was approved. So with that, I will take a motion to give a letter of support to EDC on both projects, the Gem Brick project, as well as the Crasdale project.
I motion to give the letter of support, not the letter, to give the documents needed for this project to proceed.
I second it.
Who second?
Julia or Richard.
Okay, Julia and Richard second. Thank you.
But
So
I
we'll
had
work.
hand up.
Go
I
ahead.
wanted to say something to Mr. Jacobs. Mr. Jacobs, I work, I'm the director of social service at the nursing home, and I also have the senior building. In the building, it's 88 units, 88 apartments, and 26 of them have come from the shelter. So I usually need help because I do have a pantry that's always empty, and they're always needing assistance. They're very low income, and food stamps seems to be very scarce for them. So I would like to see if we can have a chat about it. You could even come to the building and see, and maybe you could help us in some way. I would really appreciate that.
Well,
Okay.
Julia, that was one of the things that I was thinking about, and a few other things that have come to mind. But we will be going. We will be having this meeting, and you're definitely going to be part of it since you are part of the executive board, and all executive board members are invited to this
Right. I
particular
wanted to
meeting.
give him a heads up so he could know what we have in the community. So he
Mhm.
doesn't feel a need to take it outside of the community because we do have so many needs there. So I would appreciate that. Thank you very
Okay.
much. Thanks.
No, you're
Thank you,
welcome.
Julia. Larry, do you still want to talk?
Yeah, I still want to talk, Bobby. I just want to make it known that I object to item number 4, giving NYCED a letter of support.
Wait a second. You're objecting to the whole thing?
The whole thing, the letter of supporting them, yes.
Okay. All right. No problem. That being the case, we will do it the same way we did it before. All those, all those, is there anyone objecting to this particular letter of support outside of Larry, that he's already on record, that he is against it? Anybody else?
This is Charlie. I have to abstain from this item.
Charlie's abstaining because he was working for EDC, and he's no longer working for them, but he still has to abstain. Thank you, Charlie. Anybody else? Not hearing any. Anybody?
Robert, I will abstain just because I don't know too much information about this particular item. And if Larry feels strongly about it, then I'm going to stand by him.
Okay. All right. So there's three of you. Anybody else? Not hearing any. Is there anybody abstaining from the vote?
Hi, Evelyn, as well. I don't understand much about it, so I'm abstaining too.
Okay. Okay. So you're abstaining. Okay. Anybody else?
Thalia is abstaining.
Reverend Moses, Thalia.
Yeah, abstaining.
Okay. And Thalia, you're abstaining also. Okay. Anybody else? Not hearing none, I will deem that they will get their letter of support based on the 25 members that we have. 3 have stated no, and 3 have abstained. So that takes away 6 out of 25. That leaves 19 to approve the letter of support. Thank you. That concludes the business agenda of the board. Is there any old business?
Yes, old.
Any old
Hello?
business?
I have a question regarding old business. The
Yes.
library. I know it's going to go through the renovations and everything. Where is the mobile library going to be stationed?
It's a good question, and we don't even know where they're going to put it at. Only because we got to bring them back to the table. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
And once we bring them back to the table, that's a good question to ask, and we will definitely keep that in mind.
Yeah, because I'm hearing different things. That's why. Okay, thank you.
What are you hearing?
I don't know. They were saying on Interville Avenue, right next to St. Vincent de Paul, and I asked, why, was their rationale, so I could bring it to the committee today, but there was no rationale, so I don't know. I told them I would bring something back to them tomorrow, so I'll just let them know that it's still up in the air.
Right. This is only going to happen during the construction phase of it, but it should be at least on the park side of Southern Boulevard, across the street from SEPCO. That's where I would suggest it to be at, but I don't know. That's something that we have to discuss.
All right, I'll let them know it's still in the air, and I'll let them know as soon as we get. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Joy.
I know one time they were parked alongside in the placita next to the library for a little while. I don't know what happened then.
Yeah, but they're there just about once a week, I think. But what's happening is that pretty soon they're going to be going in to do the work, and so once they do the work, where they're going to put the mobile, and that's where I think that Julie's asking about.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, when work start again?
I we got to bring them back to the table.
Okay.
And then once we bring them back to the table, we'll get all the details on the information that needs to be put out there for everybody.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Any new business?
Excuse me, Bobby. This is Paula.
Hello.
mention
Yes,
something?
Paula. Yes, Paula.
I love the fact that you bypassed me. However, I have some important information to share with the community in reference to the events that happened at my meeting.
Oh, I'm sorry, Paula. You know that I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
No. If I didn't have anything to report, I would be like, yeah, thank you, Bobby. But unfortunately, I have something to report.
Okay,
So
I'm very
just to
sorry.
give you a brief synopsis of what happened at my meeting, the Dole Fund, which is the developers of 980 Westchester Avenue, that's the development that's on between Tiffany and Fox that just was finished. They will be having the application process for that project on 1/10 to February 10th. Eli, I'm on the thing. And 60 of those units will be eligible for the 50% preference for Community Board 2. There are 119 apartments. 31 of those apartments will be supportive, and the staff that will be on to support those residents of those apartments would be, they're going to have full security, they have cameras, there's going to be 2 clinicians and an administrative staff on duty during the days. There will be someone that could be on call every night just in case something is going to go, somebody needs to be there for an emergency situation. It's 30 to 70% AMI, and the applications will be on Housing Connect, all the Bronx newspapers, and Wave Press will be handling the application process. Seniors will be moving in first. They have studio, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom apartments. And anything else needed in reference to my meeting, you can go to the YouTube channel and listen in if you need any further information. And I just want to say happy holidays to everyone and all the best for the new year.
Thank you, Paula. And believe me, I'm so sorry that I bypassed you. I didn't mean it in any kind of offense or anything like that. I really am sorry. All right.
Yes, I know.
Okay, thank you. And it's good to know that the applications are going to be made available very soon. And I would ask that everybody that knows that anyone that needs an apartment to please let them know where the application can be ascertained, and they can get it and fill it out and send it in. But also remember that a lot of these buildings are going to be, how can I say, your credit has to be somewhat good. Even though they're saying that credit is no longer going to be used, but it will be somewhere along the way, they will be deciding against it. So just letting everybody know to please have everybody apply for it and make sure that they have that they start working on their credit.
And just one more thing, they will get the certificate of occupancy in January. And I did mention that Wave Press will be handling the applications. However, they manage their own business. I mean, their own buildings, just for a point of clarity.
Right.
Thank you.
Right. So thank you again, Paula. Any new business?
Her hand raised.
Yes.
Who?
Maggie.
Hello.
Okay, Maggie, go ahead.
I'm trying to unmute myself. Hello. Just to let Paula know, those applications were already on Housing Connect starting last Friday. They already went up on Housing Connect.
Wow, they told us it was going to start in January.
No, the 10th.
No, they are on
Friday the 10th. That's when they went live.
The 10th of what?
Friday, December 10th. Your meeting
Yes.
on the 7th or 8th. They told us it would be that Friday. and they went
Okay,
live.
so I'm sorry. Then I gave the wrong information. I thought it was January. I put January. Okay, sorry.
No, I'm just letting everybody know that the applications for those buildings are already out.
Okay, thank you, Maggie.
Thank you,
too.
Maggie.
You're welcome.
Julia hand raised, and I got
New
something else
business.
for business.
Hello?
Okay, I'm working off my phone, so my phone battery's ready to die soon.
All right,
So
so Julia.
New
I
business.
promise I'll be really quick. I just want to inform you that the new building, 909 Beck, the management company used to be Foxy. It's no longer Foxy. Now we have Fordham Bedford. I don't know what happened, but I wanted to throw it out there in case you guys want them to come in case, I mean, because we have really not gotten any report from the management company regarding that building. We haven't really done anything. So just putting it out there for you guys. Fordham, Bedford.
and Julie, thanks a lot for letting us, reminding us about it. We will be asking them to come and make a presentation to the housing committee. We will ask them as soon as possible, probably February, because I think January we're pretty locked up with a lot of meetings. But if we have a chance in January, but definitely in February, and I would ask that if you can get in touch with Ralph, and Ralph can and give Ralph the information on how to reach them, so that Ralph can then send a letter and the application for them to make a presentation to us as soon as possible.
I will do. I think we need to do that. Ralph, I'll send it to you tomorrow, okay?
No problem. Mr. Chair, I just wanted to provide two
New
quick
business.
Yes, go ahead, Ralph.
Yeah,
You know what, Reverend
we
Moses?
have
Go ahead, Reverend Moses.
good news for the community. On every Sunday, we give up the sit down eat program. We have that. Anybody that is hungry in the community or anywhere, they can come in and sit down and eat. And if they want to take home, we can give them as well. Every Sunday from 1 o'clock to 2 p.m. Every Sunday.
All right, thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Reverend.
Yeah.
Thank you. So my quick two are really fast. One, since we were talking about the Housing Connect, I want to inform people that Peninsula, building 1B, their first residential building went live also on Housing Connect. So we have 980 Westchester and I'm not sure the exact address. I know it'll be on Tiffany Street. I think it's like 922 Tiffany Street or something, 822 Tiffany Street or something like that. So I just want to put that in people's radar. And then Larry, I'm following up with the MTA regarding, they call it the bus times. So I told them all of our bus times are not working. So they're checking that, and they're also checking, there's a mobile app that you can have from MTA, and the mobile app, they're checking that out also for us. So the moment that I hear back from them, when they're gonna come repair it, I'll let you know. But that's mainly it. Thank you.
Okay, Ralph, for La Peninsula, the Peninsula Building 1B is 720 Tiffany Street.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. So thanks. Is that it, Ralph?
For now, I can go on and on and on, but for the sake of time, let's just keep it moving.
Okay. Roll call. Go ahead, Ralph.
Carrie Agapito. Carrie.
Present.
Thank you,
Good night.
Carrie. Delvis Austin Jr.
Present.
Evelyn Arauz.
Present.
Raymond Arroyo.
Present.
Love Betancourt.
Present.
Miles Burnett.
Have a good night.
Paula Fields Conyers.
Good night and happy holidays.
Paul Coverdale.
Here.
Roberto Crespo.
Present.
Altagracia Cruz. Julia Cruz.
Happy holidays. Good night.
Sandra De Jesus.
Present.
Kevin Ellison. Tanya Ferguson. Pascual Gomez.
Present. Have a good holiday and good Kwanzaa and Happy New Year.
Shatoria McCoy Gregg. Alexander Guadalupe.
Then happy holidays, everyone.
Yvonne Guillen, Jesse Harris, Jennifer Kelman, Jeffrey Korn,
President, everyone have a happy holiday.
Sean Lindsay,
Present. Merry Christmas, everyone. Be safe.
Talia Simone Lindquist,
Present. Happy holidays, everyone.
Barbara Lopez, Roland Lopez, Nicholas Mario, Luis Marrero.
Right here. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Jonathan Martier, Cedric McQuesta, Monique Guinness, Clifford Muniz, Reverend Moses,
Yeah, Christmas for everybody.
Lynette
Thank you.
Olmo,
Happy and blessed holidays, everyone. Good night.
Maggie Ortiz,
Happy holidays. Good night. Stay safe.
Larry Robinson,
Happy holidays. Good night, everybody.
Anthony Rodriguez, Charlie Samboy,
Present.
Richard Sherman,
Happy holiday, people.
Tamara South, Fianci Tavares,
Night, everyone. Happy holidays.
Maria Torres, Mary Lee Roten.
She just put something on the thing.
Yep. Pastor John Udo Woken. Mr. Chair, that concludes roll call.
Thank you, everybody. And with that, I conclude the meeting. And I just want to wish everybody motion to adjourn. And before that, I want to wish everybody a healthy and happy New Year and a Merry Christmas and Happy Kwanzaa. Thank you.
Good night.
My
Bye.
daughter
Good night.
wishes everybody happy holidays. My family to yours.
Happy
Be
holidays, everyone.
Be safe.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. God bless.
God bless everyone.
Chat.
Please be safe.
Did Rolf get the chat?